Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm doing a reading for those of you twin flames, those of you on the twin flame journey. If your person is a Gemini, if you're twin flame, if you believe that your twin flame, your divine masculine, your DM is Gemini, has Gemini in their chart, sun, moon or rising, then this message could be for you. I'm channeling the Gemini twin flame collective, okay, and I'm channeling the divine masculine. Most of you are here. It's very seldom that a DM watches tarot readings or is in search for knowledge or for guidance. It's mostly the divine feminine. You are the seeker of knowledge and of truth. You are going through the awakening on a conscious level. The divine masculine, not really. It's not conscious, it's more subconscious. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. I'm channeling your person, your divine masculine, your twin flame, who is a Gemini. Okay. If you're new to my channel, I'm my priestess Elif. I'm a medium, so I channel spirit. I use the cards to help me to interpret the messages, but I have spirit here. You know, I'm channeling the bulk of my message. So I don't sugarcoat, I give it to you as I receive it. These messages are to serve you on your journey through your awakening. The twin flame journey is a spiritual awakening. It is a spiritual journey. It is not a romantic story or a romantic movie. It is not the general ego construct of what a relationship is supposed to be or look like. You are two minds, two bodies, one soul. You are activated on a soul level when you come into contact. There is an activation that takes place between you, with you and your twin flame on a soul level. And the entire process is about bringing your mind, which is your system, and your body and your all that you consider to be I here in this 3D reality, up vibrationally and into alignment with who you are on a soul level. It is about coming into union with yourself. It is about individuation, bringing together all the aspects of yourself, coming into union, your inner masculine, your inner feminine, and your divine counterpart helps you to do that, because your divine, your DM is symbolic of your inner masculine. Okay? So this reading is to help you on your journey. It's to help you in relation to self. It's to help light the pathway for you. It's to bring you guidance. It's to show you the love, because your guides and keepers are constantly with you, taking you through the process. This divine process, which absolutely feels very rough, and there are phases where you feel you're losing your mind completely, because the mind is ego, and there is an ego death that takes place. So it is painful. It can sometimes feel violent. Not violent in the sense that you experience violence with your person. It is a spiritual awakening, and it pushes against and it triggers and it challenges your perspective of what love is, to help you to line up with unconditional love. But it is not a connection in which somebody abuses you physically, abuses you emotionally. No. It is a situation where if things are not progressing in love and light, there is separation. I go through this in more detail in my processes and my coaching. I'm trying to bring through whatever spirit wants you to know in the best way possible. But, you know, there's only so much I can share with you here on this platform. You know, just to try and give you some insight and guidance. If it's an abusive relationship, you know, when I talk about a toxic abusive relationship, we've all had those. That person says they love you, they want to be with you, and they do the most horrendous things to you, and they constantly want you to love them through it. They stick to you like a parasite, and you constantly settle and try and compromise and try and change who you are to become what they want. It's those it's your covert narcissist. It's that very toxic narcissistic energies. And I've said previously in readings, I don't like to label people. We show up in a particular energy, but that doesn't mean that's who we are. That's just the energy we show up in, within certain scenarios and certain aspects of our process. We are all humans. We are spirits having a human experience. And we have all of these ego constructs, and some people are so deeply embedded in that they lose themselves and they get stuck in certain aspects of their process. Becoming selfishly focused is very, very important. It's part of evolution. It's part of growth. It's part of you understanding and coming to realize that you are responsible for your reality. Getting stuck in a cycle of blaming other people and holding other people responsible for your happiness, and then beating them up, using them as a punching bag because you are not happy, you are miserable, is not healthy. It is something that we do at some point in our lives to different degrees. I'm talking about someone being in that energy and being stuck in that energy, and you being a part of that, because remember, the person you're with is a vibrational match to you. You do that to yourself on some level, and therefore you have this person in your life. And they apologize, they make excuses, but they keep repeating the same bad behavior, and they expect you to forgive them, they expect you to tolerate it, they expect you to stick around. They believe that the way that they are treating you is right, and that you are the reason why they behave the way they behave. That's not a twin flame relationship. That's not a twin flame connection. A twin flame connection is a highly evolved spiritual awakening. It is two people that, yes, are triggered by one another, and because of those triggers, they cannot even be in one another's company, because the deep core desire is to honor one another, because through honoring your counterpart, you honor your soul, the part of your soul that they represent. And you struggle with that because it activates certain programs that you need to process and move through and work through and elevate from. And you can only do that on your own, and they can only do that on their own. So it looks very different. And if you know what a twin flame awakening is, then you can see the distinct difference. Okay? You can't confuse it. The difficult thing with the twin flame connection is the ego wants to attach and can't understand why the person doesn't want to be around them, even if it's not healthy, because the ego thinks that's love. That's, I think, the most challenging thing on a twin flame journey, is that 3D separation where two people, the individuals, have to go and do their processing on their own, and all you want to do is be together, and you make it about yourself. It's so that's why I'm saying it really challenges the ego more than anything else. You've entered a sacred space. The archangels in the north, south, east, and west have their sacred flames burning. I've already started channeling and bringing messages through. I'm not even done with my introduction, but this is how it goes. I always ask that you guys settle into your intuition. Take a few deep breaths. Ask your guides and keepers to guide you through the reading, to help you to know and to recognize if this is in fact for you, and which parts of the reading are for you. Not everything needs to fit. It is a general reading. It is for a collective. You need to trust your guidance system first and foremost. I am not here to tell you what is true for you. You already know. You have all the answers within yourself, and I am just offering a light, illuminating the next intuitive, inspired step. Trust your guides and your keepers. You don't need anyone else in the world to tell you what is right for you, what is true for you, what you should or shouldn't do. Okay? Love is about honoring the other person's process. I am here to bring you these messages from a place of clarity, but most importantly from a place of love. I honor your process. Wherever you are is exactly where you need to be right now. Whatever your beliefs are is exactly what you are meant to be addressing right now, or embracing, whatever that may be for you. Okay? Let's begin. So, for my Twin Flame Collective, whose person is a Gemini, this is for you. I see the number 6. Gosh. You know, Gemini struggles with indecision. They make up their mind about something, and then a day or two they're doing another thing. They're really the twins. It's like they've got these two sides that are constantly at war. And they show up indecisive, like, you know, I thought you said you wanted to embrace that energy. Now, I thought you said you want to embrace the sun. Now you're dancing in the rain. A couple of days later. So, that's Gemini. There's beauty in that, though. We need to be okay with being flexible. We need to be okay with changing our minds. We need to be open to be inspired from one moment to the next. Even if our minds have decided a particular thing, we need to trust what feels right, what feels natural in the moment. And we need to stop holding people to a particular standard. You know, where we want them to be consistently a particular way. You said you're red, so can you please show up as red all the time? Not as pink sometimes, not as orange other times. And if you don't show up as red all the time, I'm not going to trust you. That's conditional. We need to be unconditional in our love, and people need to be able to dance to their own tune, however that shows up. Okay? Without dishonoring you, without dishonoring self. Okay. Should I stay or should I go? Your Gemini is... I feel like Gemini's just been here for such a long time. Indecisive about the big choices, about moving life forward in the direction that they know they want to go into. It's for some it might be hard to understand. For those signs who tend to be very decisive, but this is just the way. This is just their process. Should I stay or should I go? Obviously, your Gemini is in a situation where they don't want to be. Or they're not sure they want to be, or they want to be elsewhere and they're not sure if they should move in that direction towards you. But I'm seeing the number 6, which means that Spirit is showing me that Gemini is being guided to move in a whole new direction. So wherever they are, they're being guided to go. There's movement here. Moving away from an old situation. And it's time for change. It's time for Gemini. I'm seeing the magician energy. It's time for Gemini to start using the tools at their disposal to experience life themselves in a whole new way. And to start implementing their wisdom. Okay. So what is this Gemini's energy towards my collective? Okay. Okay. So Divine timing is coming into play. This Gemini has been buying their time. This Gemini has been watching time, counting the months, counting the weeks, counting the days, waiting for the right time to move towards you. This Gemini wants to come together. I'm seeing that there is a movement towards unity here, a movement towards love, a movement towards being with someone that they feel a deep connection with and feel a deep love for, and I'm seeing that as being you. And the number 6 is coming up again. So how Spirit is showing that to me is they're being moved away from what they've known to be their life, their reality, a situation that they were very, very committed to. And that they knew they wanted to leave and move away from because of the battles. It's not been easy where your Gemini's been. This situation has not been a healthy one. It's not been an easy one. It's been hard on them emotionally. They've not been happy and fulfilled. But mentally, they wouldn't. Their beliefs and their fears would not allow them to move in the direction that they actually want to. And now I'm seeing that they're being guided. They have been guided, Spirit says, over a long period of time to go on this journey. Spirit is, I'm seeing the wayfinder taking them across, like the 6 of Swords, taking them across the water to the other side. And they are sad to leave, fearful even, but know that it's time to go. They can't stay there anymore. There's no looking back. They've got to trust where Spirit is guiding them. And the Spirit is guiding them towards true love, towards real love, towards that connection, towards the soulmate, twin flame. Spirit shows me that with you, your Gemini has experienced themselves in a way that they never experienced themselves with anyone. There is such a passion and a freedom. There is a part of themselves that they experience that is so eager and willing to express the passion, the desire, the love that they have towards you. I see this Gemini as trying to control this part of them, or as usually experiencing themselves in a very controlled way with other people and liking that and enjoying that. And yet with you, it was as if they felt that there was this inner beast that they couldn't control. Very intense. But coming to realize that maybe that is the problem. Maybe they shouldn't have been trying to suppress that all this time. So let's take a look at what's happening here with your person. There's definitely movement. I see divine timing. I see that it's also showing up for me as the Wheel of Fortune, cycles closing, and things coming in the upright. There's movement from what has been towards you, towards what needs to be. And Spirit says this has been happening all along. Just because we can't see it doesn't mean it's not happening on an energetic level. So with this connection, in the past, what happened here is that there was this download and this downpour of agape love, of real, deep, soulful love, a new beginning with you, for this person, for your person, that they've waited for and hoped for and stopped expecting. This new emotional, intense emotional beginning filled with divine love, deep spiritual, soulful love, the kind of thing that transforms and shakes your whole reality to the core. Beautiful. Your person experienced this when they met you, when you came into connection. And with this, the opportunity to turn this Ace of Cups into the Ten of Cups. Now for me, the Ace of Cups symbolizes that cup that is you, that has been molded, that has been put through the fire to become that sacred cup, so that the divine can pour pure love into you. It's someone that's been through a lot. It's someone that's been open to letting love in, been asking for it, been going through the processes, has had to go through hell to come out on the other side and just be okay. And then this connection comes in, and suddenly everything that this person ever wanted seems possible. Immediately, you and your person, you were suddenly met with abundance, joy, feeling fulfilled. You and your twin flame were like these young kids, dancing, playing together, laughing, having fun, and knowing that the sun, feeling as though the sun has finally come out to shine upon you. Endless possibility, knowing that you can do anything, feeling that it's possible to have anything, to do anything, and to be anything. And in the process, where suddenly there were all of these things that were suddenly going right for your person, for this Gemini, they were focusing on that one cup that they couldn't seem to gain control of, that they were focusing on what could be missing. Can I trust this? With the Four of Cups in the traditional deck, you have the 3 cups standing in the upright, and this one cup coming out through the clouds, as if God, as if the divine itself is handing you this cup, which is the Ace of Cups. But if your tendency is to have apathy, because if your tendency when you are emotionally overwhelmed is to shut down and to focus on what could be missing, and not to focus on everything that you do have, if your tendency is to lean towards fear as opposed to faith, because you cannot focus on the two at once, if your tendency is to focus on what is missing, what is absent, instead of what is present, then you shoot yourself in the foot. Because in focusing on the absence, you attract more of that. You attract the obstacles, you attract more absence, you attract more lack instead of more abundance. And that's what your person did. This Gemini became very emotionally overwhelmed. Didn't know if this was really the cup that they've been asking for, that the divine is now gifting them, because they were focused on the areas in their life that have been lacking, where they have been looking for it to be filled, and couldn't accept that. You know, it's like someone asks to be happy. All they want is to be happy, and they believe a relationship's going to make them happy. Then even when happiness comes in a different form, perhaps through a friend group, or perhaps through financial abundance, or perhaps through a pet, they still don't think that they can be happy, even though they're feeling happy now because they don't yet have the relationship. You know, that sort of scenario. So this apathy and this tendency to focus on what is missing, and also this tendency to focus on the gift that has been given, which is you, from a place of fear and doubt, from a place of lack. Am I good enough? Am I deserving of this? Is this real? Is it possible? Nothing good's really happened to me in years. Maybe I'm just maybe this is too good to be true, blah, blah, blah. That cut them off, pinch them off from this abundance and from this gift, and started to create and attract into your person's reality the lack that they fear. What is at the base of this connection currently? So this is really sad, because I mean I've got the Ace of Cups and I've got the Sun here. This is beautiful energy. This is powerful energy. So and it makes you wonder, how could things have gone so wrong? But this is what it is. What's at the base of this connection, and what's caused this separation, I'm feeling like, you know, that's what it is confusion. Your person was trying to have their hand in too many cups, being emotionally invested in too many places, trying not to make a mess anywhere, and all contradictory energies and places, right? Not focusing on, not having clarity about where they should focus. Possibly wanting to have too many options, or having too many options, when that was just a fear-based reaction. Trying to put all the eggs into one basket. Not trusting and believing that they are enough, and that it is enough, and they can trust source, and they can trust their guides and all of that. Why? Because this divine masculine, this Gemini, your divine counterpart, was still working through a blocked heart chakra. This is heartbreak. This is someone that was still grieving, heartbroken, sad. Heart chakra not balanced, and being very, very twisted and distorted as a result. This person of yours was afraid of being in love, afraid of really feeling like they could lose themselves in someone, and that someone is you. What that did was that led to hiding things from you, keeping things from you, keeping these feelings and these emotions away from you because of fear, and then hiding their movements and their actions. And because of this dishonesty, or the omission of truth here, I think this is what led to your separation. Now, your Gemini, this divine counterpart, is ready to come and make an emotional offer, come and offer you a sincere apology. They have gained clarity about what has happened here, and a lot of clarity about self and the actions and the behaviors and why they did what they did. This person still looks up to you. You're still on this pedestal. Your person still sees you as being too good for them. There's a lot of love here between you, and both of you know that. There's a lot of respect. Your divine counterpart has a lot of respect for you. It might not have shown up that way in the fallout or in the separation, but remember, on a twin flame journey, you have to have that separation. It happens. It always happens. It's not a twin flame awakening if it doesn't happen, if you don't have that fallout and that separation after the initial activation. Because initially you have the activation and you're taken up into this high vibration where everything is just bliss. And then the ego starts coming into play, and then the triggers start bringing out all of these ego aspects of self, ego constructs, and that's when the separation, the fallout happens. But there's no such thing as separation, really. On a soul level, you are always connected. But now I do see, it's very clear that your Gemini is moving towards you, to come and offer you this cup once again, to come and say, I've never let go of this. I didn't do it justice, and I didn't fully understand it. And to offer you an apology, to communicate the clarity and where your person is now. Your person, I do see that this person wants to come towards you and offer you their love. Where is this Gemini now with this energy of apathy? Where is this Gemini now in this with this Four of Cups energy? Have they moved out of this energy? Where are they with this in their understanding? Your person is very, very protective, and still in an energy of being a bit defensive about the reason why they responded to the connection the way they did. They wanted to protect themselves. The inner child, as I said, there's heart chakra stuff. And also it's important for this Gemini to do things on their own terms. Not to feel that they are being forced, coerced into doing or to taking certain actions. This Gemini's had to go through a death and rebirth process. There are certain things, whatever it is that this Gemini was holding on to, this, whether it's a relationship or a situation, it's gone through a death process. It no longer exists. It's not what it was. There has been an end for new life to come in. And here you have this Gemini wants to have the Ten of Cups with you, the Queen of Wands. Remember I said to you, this is the cup that has the potential to become the Ten of Cups, and that is what this Gemini wants with you. That is what this Gemini is being guided towards, has been guided towards over the past few months by their guides and keepers, is aware that the time has come for them to move in this direction towards you, knows what they want with you, which is love, a pure love connection, wanting to make this offer of love towards you. I've got the Knight of Cups here. Keep in mind that they show up as the Knight of Cups and they see you as the Queen of Cups, which means this Gemini knows they still have some growing to do. But whatever it is that they are coming towards you with is sincere, and the outcome that they want with you is the Ten of Cups, which is emotional fulfillment, which is family. Your twin flame sees you as family. They want the sun with you again. And I do feel like your divine counterpart is out of this confused energy that initially caused this fallout. They have clarity about what they want. And most important, your divine masculine, the part of themselves that they feared, that you seem to trigger that you seem to activate and want to burst out of them like an alter ego, they've made peace with that part of themselves and they want to embrace that part of themselves with you. So that is your reading, Gemini, for my Twin Flame collective, whose divine counterpart is a Gemini. I trust that this message serves you well, that you enjoyed this reading. And if it resonates, please come and let me know how. If you're interested in a personal reading or you want to sign up for my coaching, I can coach you through your Twin Flame process. You're welcome to do so. My email is in the description box below. Whatever you choose to do, beloved, do what is best for you. Love and light. I'll see you next time.